our breakfast plates in there. I haven't had pancakes in a long time, guys. Pure maple syrup. It's from Aldi, but maybe next year we'll be able to have some of our own from the property here. That'd be fun.
Do you guys put your prettiest pancakes on top too? Even if you don't have a YouTube channel? Do you still put the pretty pancakes on top and the ugly ones on the bottom? Does it make them taste better? Hey, good morning, guys. We have had a really good time here getting stuff caught up and getting projects done smoothly, so we're excited about that. But this has been here for a week or two since we did the solar shed to keep the water out, and I think this has got to be a priority. We did a few other projects before this, but this is a priority that needs to be finished ASAP. Keep the moisture out of the solar shed. Let's see how unsquare this is to start with. Yep, not square at all, guys. I kind of realized that after I had put some boards in that I made the top 55 inches wide. When I stuck some boards in here, it didn't end up being square, so that'll make things interesting. Maybe I'll put a couple fascia boards on here and try to square those out so I can create my doors, because not having a square base and trying to do doors isn't going to work real well. I can run that on the solar, so I'm gonna. The whole point of doing that, guys, was to even it out, and then I didn't even it out. I swear my brain can't handle multitask. Like, now it's all nailed in, so I'm kind of screwed. Makes it look nice, but it's still not square. So the whole point of doing that was to make it square. There we go. There's one door. I gotta do at least one, probably two cross beams, but find some scraps of sheeting. Never throw anything away, guys. You can always use it at some point. You know, we've built an entire cabin, and I have yet to remember to buy contractor pencils. Luckily, we, some reason, had an abundance of Sharpies. So do I do this with the solar, or do I hook up the circular saw real quick? Let's see how fast this cuts. Careful of our solar wires here. Unplug this.
Are we going to like drill a hole through the door for the wire, or we're gonna go through the floor, or like on the side for the wire eventually?
I don't know. I didn't really think of that yet. All right. So got that wire out of the way while we're doing this. I hate to unplug the solar right this minute because it's in full sun right now. But leave that on until we do that door. Let's see if they fit first.
There's the test.
Alright. So that's good. So I don't get aggressive with anything. Not even close to filling that hole. See, like the whole reason I put these on was to make it square, and then I nailed them in and didn't see if they were square. So that's why there's a big gap. This one should have been brought over an inch, and this should have been brought over an inch. I go through all that work to put trim on it, make it look nice, and then I didn't, and square it, and then I didn't do it like a dummy, and I already told the camera that. So it fits good at the bottom. This door fits good. Let's mount this door, and then we'll worry about this one later. I just need to make sure they weren't too big before I mounted anything. They can be too small.
For hinges, thanks to some friends.
Thanks, Bob and Kathleen. Thanks for all the hinges. I knew they wouldn't go to waste.
That's why we took them from you.
That's why we accepted, or that's why we stole them from you. Hinges, you can't ever have too many hinges. I mean, it's...
I don't know how much
each
are
of
they?
these hinges are probably $5 to $10, $5 a piece, so maybe $3 or $4. But we just saved $30, not needing to buy hinges. So probably since we have them, we might as well put 3 on there. That'll make it even stronger.
Okay.
I just have to figure out how they open and close to mount them. Put right here. Put all 3 like that. Get the tape measure. Hold that.
56 and a half.
56 and a half, so what's half of that? 28, 25,
28.
28. So the middle of this is going to be at 28. There we go. There's one. I just got to put some live edge on it, make it look pretty. I'm trying to figure out some way to fix this. It's really annoying that I did that incorrectly.
So it just should have all gone over a little more when you put it in.
Yeah. That was why I did the trim, not only to make it look nice, but was to correct. It's 48 inches down there, and it's 49 and a half up here. I cut this board off and I'm fixing it, and I want it to be perfect.
Yep.
I want to do it a third time. You're good.
Oh, it's warm in here.
All right, get out of there. Watch this. They're going to be them doors that you have to close at the same time, and then you'll never get them open again. That's pretty darn good for off-grid with Jay and Jen style. Oh!
Good job, lover.
Pretty darn good. Now I just got to rerun these so they don't keep getting hit. So let's get all this junk out of here.
Do you want to just drill a little hole through the door, and when we do the siding, you can just have it.
No, because then you can't open the door. All right, guys, we rerouted the solar panel lights around and then up through the siding, you know, just so they weren't in the doorway and gonna get jammed. Like I said, we're gonna permanently run something with these once we find the final spot for the solar panels. But I wasn't gonna bury a line to the shed here and then decide I want to move the shed 20 feet back. You know, it doesn't make sense. So these are UV protected lines, and they have a thick coating on them, so we're just gonna be careful and not step on them, and they're low voltage. So anyway, I swapped out that Renogy Wanderer PWM charge controller. I don't remember if I showed you, but I bought this cheap little solar charge controller. It's an MPPT. They're supposed to be more efficient. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Has a little display here where you can read the voltage coming from the solar panels, whether there's power going to the battery level. But it's the same hookups as the Renogy. There's a couple different things you could change. I didn't change anything, but anyway, I don't know. It indicates if the PV's coming in. There's a little sun here for daytime. I disconnected the solar panel lines to rerun them. And prior to that, when the sun was on at full bore, I was only getting 13 volts out of the solar panels, the PV setting. It alternates between battery voltage, 11.9, and then the solar panel. I was never getting, even when the sun was beating on it, I was never getting more than 13 volts, which was crazy, because before, these things were putting out 19 volts, which is what they're rated, I think maybe up to 22 volts. Now that I disconnected and reconnected it, maybe it's a better connection or something. Maybe I had a bad connection, but now it's reading 19 volts. I don't know how well you can see this. It does not backlit, but so it does the voltage of the batteries, which is 11.7, which seems low because we haven't been drawing a ton. 19 volts coming in from the solar panels now, and then that gives you temperature for Celsius. I'm thinking this thing's a total piece of crap. It was like 25 bucks, I think, or maybe 30 bucks on Amazon. So I'm thinking this thing's a total piece of crap. But I thought I would try an MPPT and see so I could read, and they're supposed to be more efficient. So, but it's working, I guess. The voltage here reads the battery at 11.9, and it's reading battery voltage here at 13. So I don't know why that is. Maybe because of the difference in the wire size. But it seems to be working. I just don't think it's working. Like it's not a nice charge controller. So I just bought it so I had an extra one because we set up some solar down on the camper too, so I wouldn't have to run the generator for that. I might have shown you that, might have not have. I also ripped this box out. This is a $15 AC fuse box. We popped all the fuses because the AC current was way different than the DC current. So I just put this little audio fuse in here for now. It's 40 amp. I have some better, an A&L fuse. A couple of you guys recommended put an A&L fuse, which is a DC current fuse on the outlet of the batteries to the inverter. I have that stuff ordered to put in here. This is just so we can use it for the time being. This is something I could pick up locally. I couldn't find them A&L fuses anywhere local. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places, but maybe I need to go to a car audio place or something, so it's all DC current stuff. But anyway, we got doors now. You guys should be happy. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, as always. Thanks for sticking with us. We got more projects on the way. We'll see you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Be safe, take care, and best wishes as always.
This is Timber's meal now, guys. He sees Jason or I get in it, and he just jumps in it now. No problem. Instead of calling the mule Jack, we're gonna call it Timber's Royal Chariot. You're just gonna hang out in there while we do wood?
Good place for him.